Hey everyone, and welcome back to Year-Round Anime. Today, we're diving back into the world of NewWorld Online to talk about everyone's favorite, adorable, overpowered tank. That's right, we're dissecting the one and only Maple from BOFURI. I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense. Specifically, we're asking, how much has Maple really changed since we first met her in Season 1? When BOFURI first hit our screens, Maple was a revelation, a new player, fresh to VR MMOs, who just wanted to avoid pain. Her solution? Dump every single stat point into Vitality. What happened next was a hilarious, chaotic, and frankly, broken journey that birthed one of anime's most iconic protagonists. But now, with more seasons under our belt, it's wild to look back and see just how far she's come. Or hasn't, depending on how you look at it. Let's rewind to Season 1. Maple's early achievements were almost accidental. She got poisoned to gain poison immunity, ate a Hydra to gain Hydra and Devour, and stumbled into a questline that gave her the infamous Atrocity transformation. Her core strategy was simple: stand there, take hits, and let her skills do the work. She was a walking, impenetrable fortress, sure, but she wasn't exactly versatile. Her playstyle was often reactive, and her solutions to problems, while effective, were usually brute force methods born from her unique skill set rather than tactical genius. Fast forward to where we are now. If Season 1 Maple was a sturdy, reliable shield, then present-day Maple is, well, she's an entire heavily armed battleship that can also turn into a fighter jet, heal itself, and occasionally become a giant monster. The sheer volume and variety of skills she's acquired is staggering. Let's break down some of these game changers. Remember Machine God? That incredible mech transformation that gets stronger every time her armor is destroyed? It's not just a cool power-up. It's a dynamic skill that encourages her already unique playstyle, turning temporary defeat into an advantage. This isn't just tanking anymore. It's a mobile, offensive powerhouse that completely redefines her combat potential. Then there's skills like Loving Sacrifice, also known as Benevolent Knight. This is huge. Suddenly, the girl who was solely focused on her own defense gains a powerful support skill that allows her to share her incredible defensive stats with her guildmates. It changed Maple from a solo unstoppable force into a force multiplier for the entire Maple Tree Guild. She went from being the unbreakable wall for herself to being the unbreakable wall for everyone else. We've also seen her acquire a plethora of movement skills, flight abilities, and even more offensive options. She can now engage enemies from range, chase down fast targets, perform aerial maneuvers, and unleash devastating area of effect attacks. Think about it. Early Maple was often stuck on the ground, slowly advancing. Now, she's practically a combat aircraft with a personal shield generator. So in terms of raw power and versatility, the change is exponential. It's not just that she has more skills. It's that those skills synergize in ways that the game developers probably never even conceived of. She's a walking, breathing puzzle box of broken mechanics. And the best part is, she usually solves problems by accidentally breaking the game even further. But here's where it gets really interesting. Has Maple's personality or approach to the game actually changed? And honestly, the answer is, not really, at all. Maple is still the same adorably naive, carefree girl who just wants to have fun with her friends. She's not trying to break the game. She's not trying to dominate the rankings for glory. She's simply trying to enjoy NewWorld Online in her own unique way, and her definition of fun just happens to involve accidentally discovering game-breaking combos and terrifying every other player in the process. She's still oblivious to how truly overpowered she is. While other top players like Pain or me are strategizing, calculating, and pushing their limits, Maple is often just thinking, oh, this looks cool, or, I wonder what happens if I combine this with that. Her accidental mastery is what makes her so endearing and so terrifying. This consistent personality is crucial. If Maple suddenly became a calculating, metagaming pro, it would lose a lot of what makes the show so unique. Her innocent, almost childlike wonder at the game, despite her monstrous power, is the core of her character. However, while she hasn't changed much internally, the world around her certainly has. Her reputation has evolved dramatically. In Season 1, she was a curious anomaly, a new player who somehow managed to be unkillable. Now she's less of a player and more of a natural disaster event that the game developers actively have to monitor and/or adjust around. Other top players don't just see her as a strong opponent, they see her as an unpredictable force. When Maple enters an event, the entire dynamic shifts. Strategies are built around her, not just against her. Her presence changes the very fabric of how competitive events are approached. She's become the ultimate wildcard, a living legend whose next move is completely unfathomable to anyone but herself, and sometimes even to herself. The game itself has had to adapt to her. The developers are constantly trying to balance her, but it often feels like every patch just opens up new, even more ridiculous avenues for her power. It's a fantastic running gag that highlights just how uniquely broken her character build is. So, to sum it up, Maple herself, the core personality, the innocent joy of gaming, has remained beautifully consistent. That's her enduring appeal. But the scope of her power, the breadth of her abilities, and her impact on the game world and its players has grown exponentially. She's gone from a sturdy shield to a sentient, self-upgrading, multi-weaponized, flying, poison-spewing, monster-eating, guild-protecting, game-breaking phenomenon. And honestly, we wouldn't have it any other way. Maple's journey is a delightful testament to how much fun you can have when you prioritize enjoyment over optimal strategy, even if it means accidentally becoming the most terrifying entity in the game. It's truly a unique take on the overpowered protagonist trope. What do you think? What's your favorite Maple-y moment since Season 1? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more Level Up Legends content, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive.